can't see.
What did you buy in the ration book?
The ration books, you had ration books for
Food,
clothing, curtains, and the ration books for food, and you had identity cards. If you're an adult, you have identity cards to push the stuff in the street, you see.
Yeah, but we made in school we've made
Go on to the next question now. Next question.
Bombing. Ask Granny about the bombing.
The bomb that...
Go, Callum.
You asked me, come on.
How much of Belfast did the bomb?
The bomb that did of Belfast, and a very big lot of people died.
Yeah, 900 people died in the first day.
And the bomb banger,
The 200 people died in the first day, but 900.
And the bomb Scrabble.
Did the bomb Scrabble? Because I remember Dad. I remember Dad showing me a crater.
Right,
he showed me it whenever I was a kid. He showed me a bomb crater. If we ever go up, I'll show you the bomb crater.
Where is it?
Up Scrabble Tower. Why did the bomb Scrabble? Because was there a light on the tower then, Mum? Or?
No, about the black light.
Or did it just drop?
Everyone that had the black light. You can't show them the light because the bombers would have seen the light and they could have bombed better. You see?
Yeah, that's what I know. The blackout was like overly hurting.
Right, go on to the next question.
Ask Granny something else. What about Americans? Ask her about Americans. Go. Ask her. Cam, you need to speak.
What did you do for the American soldiers?
The American soldiers come here and everybody liked the American soldiers and had plenty of chewing gum and nylon stockings, and they brought the jitterbug, jade. They went to dances and all the people, some people here and Newtownards and all over married American soldiers, and they went to America after the war.
And what about your family, Mum, during the war?
My family, there was 7 of us, and there was air raid shelters outside the house.
Was there? Outside your house?
Outside 16 Court. It was an air raid shelter.
Yeah, but you didn't really do it. They didn't really go in it.
Did you go in it?
We did, we went underneath
Not really.
the stairs.
You didn't really
My mother got us all underneath the stairs.
Yeah, you didn't really go in.
And did you hear all the bombers coming over?
Well, you were listening. I can't remember bombing, but to come over, but I remember the night they bombed Belfast, the whole sky, I went down to the street, the whole sky was just all red. So my mother said, now, for the neck, a wee bit of butter, you only got a couple of ounces, maybe sugar, and you got dried eggs, and you got this dried eggs powdered, you mixed them up with water, and they were just like eggs.
Yeah, powdered eggs.
Dried
yeah, and they got like, when they put the fireball on, they got sand and water.
So then what she done then, she said...
They got sand and water.
Yes, everybody has to shake a tin. She took the top of the milk and put it into a tin jug, and we all got shaked it up and down, and then it come out there with a butter.
And what about gas mask? Do you remember going to school with
you
gas
mask? You went to school and you took your gas mask over your shoulder because of the had a drop of gas. Bombs, we would have been gas, but there was no gas to my knowledge ever failed now.
No.
Why didn't they throw any gas?
I don't know. Drop bomb any? I don't know, Colin.
And there was 2, told you, there was 2, the Polish people, fellas come over to join the Air Force. And this airport, there's a camp down there, you know, the airfield down there yet. They were killed, they're buried up in the cemetery because their names are Polish.
Yeah. What about your father? Was he in the war?
My father was away in the wars and the Shetland Islands, Isle of Lewis, and he was down and back to London and that other big city.
Coventry?
Coventry, it was through, and he was away down about what do you call Cornwall.
Cornwall. And was he in the Air Force?
He was on.
And what about his brother? Did he die? You told me.
His brother. Was
your uncle
was on the Air Force. But uncle died in Sicily. He was on the Canadian Army.
He was in the Canadian Army.
He was on the Canadian.
And he's buried out in Sicily, is he?
He's buried in Sicily.
What else do you remember about the war, Mum?
And anyway, about the war, you couldn't have got bananas, and you wouldn't have hardly got a bar of chocolate. So you only. My mother had jam jars, so you could 2 ounces of sugar and 2 ounces of margarine, and you have to make them nice too.
I know how much sweets you had too.
Yeah,
and what about clothes? Did you ask Granny? What about
clothes?
Did you have the ration?
Very many clothes.
Yeah, and
so
you got tokens.
say you had flour and you had flour bags, you could have washed them and laid them into sheep.
Granny, did
So down below, as far as I remember, it was railings down up in Dairy Park, and I think it took them for the war effort.
Yes. What about did they take all the iron and steel that was they cut all the fences down to make
For the
war effort?
for the
Granny,
guns and
did
right?
and
did your mum go and argue the government for more tokens for your clothes
What's
for the
it?
children, so they got an extra 10?
Did your mum go and argue with the government, Lisa?
Oh no, the government issued your curtains and all.
Didn't argue with the
Some
government.
people sold the
So do you
curtains.
remember anything? What do you remember anything else about the?
During the war, my father had a good job, you know, in the aircraft, and he joined up, and they said that saying that he'd been in the aircraft working and all, and was just there working in the aircraft. They took us to Belfast, and we got 1 shilling as a treat. And it took, and it was just, you know, animal acts and all up in the theatre in Belfast, and it was a wee party because.
Do you remember when the war ended, Mum? What did they have?
Marvellous when the war ended with street parties all over the town. They then come home from the war and they get in the wallet a whole lot of money.
Oh.
Yeah, but
Okay.
who bombed Italy, James?
No, we're talking about here.
No, here,
We're just talking about here.
Who bombed Italy? That guy, James.